I am going to do a Canadian Highlander thing. Before that, I am going to do a, Enchant Worldle thing. But before I do any of that, I should actually put this on screen. Let me talk about this on screen real quick because this is a Canlander stream and it's cool. February 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, there's the 2025 Canadian Highlander Championship. That will be broadcast live with commentary, with comp REL gameplay. See some of the best Canlander players out there. Jam-a-lam some ding-dongs. It's going to be great. We got some familiar faces. We got some fan favorites. We've got myself, Serge, Ben, Nelson, and Angel on commentary. It's going to be dope. So that's Sunday, February 15th, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be live at Twitch for LRR and youtube.com/LRR. And then the VOD is going to be on LRR MTG. And because somebody said this, and I don't know if they're just being facetious or intentionally obtuse, but it's that you play out through, you decide who the top 8 is throughout the year. And then once that year is done, you have your top 8. And then you have to schedule those top 8 players playing for the championship. Not unlike sports or the Academy Awards. Like when the Oscars roll around, somebody's like, "What the fuck? This was last year." That's how it works. That's how it works for a lot of things, actually. So just making sure that we're all on the same page. Now, in doing that, I also did not. Oh, wait 1 minute. Wait 1 fucking minute. There we go. Now I have it set up. Now it's not going to record, and now we're not going to lose this VOD. But I didn't actually pull up the Enchant Worldle or the Spellify. Because I kind of did this on a whim. I was like, I'm not going to be able to stream today. I had some stuff to do in the morning. Some errands to run. And I got Friday Night Paper Fight that I have to go to in like 3 hours. So, oh, thank God it's old. Green and or black Phyrexian Arena. 3 mana green enchantment. Rite of passage. Life gift. Wait. Heartbeat of Spring. Heartbeat of Spring. Excuse me. Yeah, it's Heartbeat of Spring. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So fucking easy. You gave me a Kamigawa card that was comp playable? In my head, I saw this. I'm like, well, it means it's next year, so it can't be champs. You know, like the Canadian Highlander year end. Oh. This is Philia Exuberant Shepherd. Yeah. Regrettably, I hate this dog so fucking much. Hard mode. Warrior. Something creatures you control have haste. What kind of creatures you control have haste? Something blank warrior. Opponent's creatures you control. No. Tapped? No. Why can't I think of what this is? I don't know. I don't know. Human rogue warrior? Human No, it can't be a human rogue warrior. Human. Oh, it's Furion. Oh, I don't care. Equipped creatures you control have haste. Furion something Rose Warrior. What the hell is your name? I don't know what this word is. It's a stupid. Oh god, I hate these. Furion. This something rose. It's not the black rose. It's not. Makes me think this is probably a D. Is it hit? It's like HILD? Wild Rose. Oh. Well, that's okay. I have very little interest in UB anything. Great. Hey, everybody. What are we doing today? Well, I'm capping off a stream that we have. This is now the 4th part. I'm going to have to like make a supercut of all of it too, because they're kind of split up, but I think it'd be interesting to have them all together as well. This is the stream where we've been going through and rating the best card in Canadian Highlander from every release. Importantly, every release means any set, any product, basically, with one or more than one brand new card. Like a mechanically unique new name, all that jazz. That's why we have the Harper Prism book promos up here. Or like Commander product, Secret Lair drop, that kind of stuff. We have the best card, the runner-up, Wheeler's pick, and the best card you're not playing. As you can see, these are all filled out because we did this previously. But in fact, it is you, chatters, that are going to have to answer what is the best card in the set, the runner-up best card in the set, and then hopefully we're all on the same page and that we have both selected the best card for Canadian Highlander from the set. And then the best card you're not playing, well, that could be, sometimes that's just me talking about shit that I like, but that kind of dealio. I have up to Lorwyn equipped. I don't have the Fallout stuff because those cards don't exist yet. You can't, that's not a card that is vintage legal. Those cards aren't real. Also, there's like 3 cards and they all suck. This set is, this includes lands, by the way. And so you'll run into spots where, yeah, the best card in the set is a land. That could just be a mana producing land. Although a lot of the time people overvalue those cards. Like fetch lands are great, but mana producing lands like Verges and stuff, or even shock lands. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think a lot about replacement value. I think a lot about this from a competitive lens as well. With the best card you're not playing being more of like a, hey, check this out, Sound good? Great. Dolph Grimm for the 4th month. What a treat it has been to experience your art. Thank you, Wheeler. My art. My art does not show up on this stream. This is slop. But, I'm glad you appreciate it. Sometimes I'll sprinkle a little art here, but yeah, no. This is at least I'm okay. I have come to terms with the title of content creator. Because Yeah. I am a dancing clown. I am I am the monkey belonging to an organ grinder that is Twitch. But that's okay because it pays my bills and I like that. I get spiritual nutrition elsewhere in life. And I just like what I do. But thank you so much. Drea, new subscriber. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for all the support. Hope you're doing well. Was yesterday art or slop? It wasn't, well, sometimes it doesn't have to be art or slop. It can also be just like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Community, right? Camaraderie. Engaging with your fellow human. I saw you on a YouTube video. You seem pretty cool and knowledgeable, and I really want to learn MTG. It's a great game. It's a great game. Highly recommend. And thank you for the kind words. Shall we start? Shall we start? This is going to get a little more difficult. I don't want this on my bar. I don't know how to get rid of this. Hide. Great. Okay. Oh, shit. Frank Ranklin is art. Unironically, yes. Yes. Okay, Lord of the Rings. We're starting with Lord of the Rings. The first set we have here is Lord of the Rings Tales from Middle-earth, or Tales of Middle-earth. What is the best card from Lord of the Rings? There are several contenders, for what it's worth. I'm not even going to sit here and undermine your intelligence and say that any of these white cards are up there. You got Lorien Revealed. Every blue deck plays it. Card's broken. Unbelievable Magic card, frankly, especially if you watched yesterday's stream. You have Orcish Bowmasters, just unbelievable Magic card. So fucking oppressive. So just dictates what and when you can do things at very little cost. Troll of Khazad Doom, similar-ish to the Lorien Revealed, although obviously being outside of blue makes it worse, but you know, the troll into Metamorphosis Fanatic was disgusting. Was and is still disgusting. Delighted Halfling, one of the best mana dorks of all time. Generous Ent, quite good, but obviously people are holding out for the One Ring. Have you heard of this card? Have you seen this card? The One Ring? Oh, I should do game as paper. Which one, folks? I'm going to give you a hint. I think it's down between Orcish Bowmasters and the One Ring. Lorien Revealed feels like a great third place card. So vote now. What do you think is the number one card? Orcish Bowmasters or the One Ring? I'm going to give you some time to vote. Bowmasters, Bowmasters, the One Ring, Bowmasters, Bowmasters, ring. Banana Phone. Bowmasters, ring. The Bowmaster, the ring, the Bowmasters. I forgot how much I love this song. Also, Roots Manuva. I haven't listened to Roots Manuva in a long time. This album's great, by the way. It's called Run, Come Save Me by Roots Manuva. This album does not sound like it's from 25 years ago. Can you believe this? Listen to this song and tell me this is 25 years old. You tell me it's 10 years old, 15 years old, maybe 25. This should drop before 9/11. This should drop before the towers. All right, time to do the count. Del 3030. I love Deltron 3030. Okay. Let's see. Ring Or sorry, orc, 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 ring, ring, orc, ring, orc, 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 ring, 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 orc, orc, orc. Yeah, looks like it's Orcish Bowmasters over the One Ring. The shit drop before the towers is unhinged. I'm just talking about Lord of the Rings, the 2 towers falling down. Or Twin Towers? The second movie, the One Ring. Well, I can't believe you folks picked that one because it is correct. Yes, it's Orcish Bowmasters. Funny enough, out of these 2 cards, the one card that we as the Canadian Highlander Council have been discussing as a potential pointed card is the One Ring. Which is very funny because when we've been doing this and we've gone to especially older sets with more pointed cards, folks have been arguing about like, well, this card's pointed, it's got to be the best card. And it's like, well, no, like it's pointed because of what it facilitates, but like that's just like more games are won off the back of this card, also because maybe it isn't pointed, you know. There's more to it than just like this has a number beside it on the website, it's got to be better. And the One Ring is one, like I said, we've discussed for pointing, as it's a card that hits Time Vault, that hits the Citadel Storm artifact decks. It's a way to hit the artifact decks without hitting the bad artifact decks, for what it's worth. You know, and when I say bad, I mean like we want people to be able to play like triple Mox Academy, double Mox Academy, like Vault Ring Academy crypts. Like the people that are playing artifacts to play out like Thought Monitors and Mirror Enforcers and Cranial Platings and, you know, even just like making 1 million tokens and doing welder things. That's cool and good. We don't want to hit that, even though this will hit that. But those decks, like that extra turn that they can get for the One Ring or chaining the One Rings or using it as a like a way to really just grind out while still having the like instant kill button, you know. They don't need it as much, I guess what I'm saying. Now, what's the best card you're not playing? What is the best card you're not playing? For those unfamiliar with this section, it can be a card that people play here and there. Sometimes it's a card that just doesn't show up at all. Sometimes it's a card that shows up occasionally, but not as widespread as it should. Or a card that people recognize as like, hey, this card has a good play pattern or like a dedicated combo, but they don't want to experiment with it, or they don't want to risk like, you know, oh, I'm sure there's a deck here, but I might lose trying to figure it out. Stern Scolding is a great call. I think Stern Scolding sees too much play. It's quite good and like is very popular in blue decks. Like Boromir shows up in a bunch of mono white decks. The Flowering the White Tree is a good pick. It's not what I picked. Reprieve is in every white blue deck, and even some white X decks. But I will give you a hint. It is a white card. This one is closer to the category of like, it occasionally shows up, but how does it not show up more? Yes, nobody got it. It is Eagles of the North here. Eagles of the North, especially in comparison to the rest of the cycle, does not show up that often. It is not something that shows up in like blue-white decks or in white X mid-range decks. Like I've seen like Mardu decks that will play Troll, they'll play Oliphant, they won't play Eagles. And there's a reason why, right? Troll of Khazad-dûm ends the game super quickly, especially when you cheat it into play. Lorien Revealed is Lorien Revealed. Oliphant and Generous Ent all have like, you know, the green decks can maybe just have a bunch of ramp to play it that's reasonable to reanimate. Green pairs well with black. You know, a bunch of different things. The Eagles are great. I wasn't playing this in Death and Taxes, but I am going to start playing this in Death and Taxes. It's just like, it seems like a no-brainer to say, but all the reasons why playing the other land cyclers are good applies to Eagles in a context that often is just like more relevant, right? Like it's a colored card which means you can pitch it to your other spells. Like it functions as a land, functions as fixing, but also as a colored card. What's the best of the elemental incarnations? It's Solitude. And so, like, yeah, this pitching to Solitude sounds like a meme, like it's like a Stormcrow kind of thing, but like, no, it's legit quite good. Pitching to Chromox. Well, a lot of white X creature decks play Chromox, and so having this go into the Chromox, quite nice. The white X creature decks are often playing Moxen or like large amounts of colorless mana. Getting up to 6, not the most difficult thing in the world to do. Having an ETB that just says you win combat for the turn and giving an evasive body, pretty good, especially in a deck that has ephemerates and ways of rebuying this creature. So yeah, it's given how good everything else is, this card gets the shaft. It is the worst of the cycle, but like it is so much closer to the power level of the cycle than like other cards not in that cycle, if that makes sense. Like, you know, Eagles of the North often gets shafted, but realistically this card fucks, and like you're overthinking it if you're not including it. Now on to LTC Commander. The Commander product is going to be kind of funny because, well, depending on the set, there might be a lot less cards running around here. Oh, there's 104 new cards. Also, yeah, I guess this this set's a little interesting. Because they've added additional cards and there are a ton. But I'm going to give you a hint. This is one of the cases where the best card is the pointed card. Right? It's Fourth Aerolingus. Have you read this card? Unbelievable magic card. Why the fuck does this exist? Why the fuck does this exist? Fourth Aerolingus is the best card in this set, and frankly, just like comical. Just like this is a card where they do not want more of this. They really do not want more of this. So now that that's out of the window, or out of the way, what's the second best card? Because we have some legit options here. We have Aragorn, King of Gondor, shows up in Jeskai, shows up in like Hot Bant too, and like basically any deck that can cast it will play Aragorn. You have Fourth Aerolingus, Galadrim Brigade. Pretty good in elves. It is a elf lord that also just works if you are tapping Gaia's Cradle, but also for Devoted Druid combo, getting infinite mana and then playing this, it gives you infinite bodies and infinite buff. This Galadriel is quite good in elves. Elves just got a bunch of new cards. This Galadriel is legitimately a worthwhile inclusion in an elf deck. Just wins the game basically if you get it in play and can untap with it. Galadriel's Dismissal. This card shows up in a lot of white weenie decks, kind of as a Brave the Elements or a Harm's Way. Like it just happens to do a lot of the things that, you know, elves wants to do. Legolas's Quick Reflexes shows up in some of the green X creature decks. It saves your creature, kills their creature, does a bunch of bullshit. For 1 mana, split second. Unbelievable card. There's some food stuff here, but I'm not going to insult your intelligence by suggesting it may be one of that. Relic of Sauron, great in Cube, great in the Academy decks, in the Paradox Engine kind of decks. It's that deck cut all its 4 mana rocks, and then it added Relic of Sauron. Sail into the West, Instancy, draw 7. Right? Pretty good. Pretty good. Lets you, draw 7. The Gaffer. Who doesn't love the Gaffer? It looks like people are saying either Aragorn or Legolas's Quick Reflexes. But Angel said play against Aragorn this week, he's my vote. Now, is that because of recency bias, or is that like, you know, because you believe that this card, yeah, it's Aragorn. This card's absurd. Have you read this? Yeah. Aragorn gets a lot from being not only just a great magic card. Like, you could have Aragorn be in a different 3-color combination, and I still think it would be the best card. But, like, but it would be a lot closer. Add on top of that just being Jeskai, the best color combination for Canlander, and frankly, Magic the Gathering. Grixis players seething. Ooh, my Barrowgoyf, though! Laughs in Aragorn, laughs in a Johnny. What do you think the best card you're not playing is? We got some... This is also my favorite part about doing this. I forget what I put. Because it's been so long since we last did this, I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Best card you're not playing. This Banquet Guest card, legitimately scary in the food deck. Baragond was quite good in Death and Taxes with the humans build. Denethor, I've had a soft spot for this card and just have not played it in the 3 years since the set came out, which is wild. Eomer, killing people left and right, and then it just stopped showing up. I don't know why. Farmer Cotton, shockingly good. Shockingly powerful. One of Frodo and Sam could be the aforementioned Galadriel or the Dismissal. This Gimli's a CDH card. Could be Quick Reflexes. Like, Quick Reflexes could have been one of the best cards, but can also be one of the ones where it's like, yeah, not enough people are playing it. Moria Scavenger. This card is so cool in Dredge. 3 mana 1/4 Orc Rogue with Death Touch and Haste. You tap, pitch a card, draw a card, and if the discarded card was a creature, you amass 1. So you pitch a Dredge creature, draw a card, which is actually just a Dredge creature. So you dredge, and then you make an Orc. That Orc can cast Hogak. That's pretty sick. Rapacious Guest. This card kills people in the food deck. Ziathian for the 20th month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. Glad to have you. Good to see you. It's Galadriel's Dismissal. This card's quite good. I don't know if you've played against this card or with this card, but there's a reason it's $25. And the reason is Commander, but how it plays in Commander is going to be pretty similar to how it plays in Canadian Highlander. 1 white for an instant. Target creature phases out, and if it's kicked, each creature target player controls phases out. And the kicker is 2 and a white. So it's either 1 mana or 4 mana. It's 1 mana. You don't have a blocker. Save my creature. You don't get to creature combo with that card. Save my board from a wrath. Block. Save my creatures from dying in combat. You don't have blockers. It's pretty nasty. Upkeep Galadriel's Dismissal against a green deck. It just does so much for so little with such a level of flexibility. Big fan of this card. Moving on to Commander Masters. This one's going to be a little funny. We have 40 cards from Commander Masters. This is a wild one because, like, to a guy like me, I think I know what I picked. But also, like, you know, you may not even know that the set exists. We've got, for those that don't remember, these were a set, this was a draft environment with all reprints, and then a set of precons with new cards. There was a Slivers deck, an Eldrazi deck, an Enchantment deck, and a Planeswalker deck, like a Super Friends deck. I mean, I'm going to give it to you because it's a it's a toss-up, I guess, between Darksteel Monolith. I'm just going to cover the cards that actually see play in our format. Darksteel Monolith, an 8-mana artifact that's indestructible, and says once each turn you can pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a colorless spell you cast from your hand. Tinkering into this card and then casting an Eldrazi or casting like a Chromatic Orrery, casting an Endstone, whatever. Pretty messed up. Having done this, you've probably seen it if you've watched Angel and I stream. The Timmy Tinker decks is what they're called. I played this deck recently in paper. It was quite good and very explosive. Just out of nowhere, it can end the game. And we may have a North 100 showdown somewhere with it. If you've looked at like the winners archives, there are some people playing it online, people playing it at tournaments, and so it's got some pedigree there. Could be Rise of the Eldrazi, a card that shows up in that deck as well, but obviously it's not the enabler, so you know. And that's it. I'm going to give you this one. It's Darksteel Monolith. But I don't actually know what I put as the, I think Rise of the Eldrazi is likely the second best card. I don't know. The rest of this seems kind of poo. Composer of Spring is busted. 2 mana, 1/3 Satyr Bard. Whatever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you can put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 6 or more enchantments instead, you may put a creature or land from your hand into the battlefield tapped. Okay. Sure, dog. What did I put? Oh, I put Flayer of Loyalties. Best card you're not playing. I mean, 10 mana, 10/10. When you cast a spell, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature until end of turn as base power and toughness 10/10. Gains Trample, Annihilator 2, and Haste. It has Annihilator 2, and it has Trample. Actually, this card's okay. This is a reasonable one. I've played this in my Eldrazi deck, my mono green Eldrazi deck, and yeah, the play pattern of like I'm tapping all my mana dorks to cast this card, then I'm going to untap a mana dork and attack you for 10 and annihilate for 2, and then also I have this 10/10 annihilator lying around. It's pretty exciting. Or you could steal their thing, obviously, like taking their best thing and then attacking them. But also, if you're taking their best thing, they're not sacking it. But they probably weren't sacking it anyways. This card's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Underrated Magic card. It is a 10-mana Eldrazi, but like, trust me, in this deck, it's not that difficult to get up to 10. Ooh, a real set, finally. Wilds of Eldraine. This one is kind of interesting. We got some options here. Wilds of Eldraine. Can you believe that this set is 3 years old, by the way? 3-year-old set. What do we got? Got Agatha's Soul Cauldron, combo enabler, graveyard hate piece, pretty strong. We have also just hit the section where I legitimately don't remember what I put here unless it's like a very obvious power outlier. Beseech the Mirror, one of the most fucked up tutors. This card's absurd. It's like so perfect for Storm. It's unbelievable. Just like the fact that you have the artifacts, you have the enchantments, the black man is whatever. It adds 2 Storm to your Storm count is so funny. Candy Trail. Kappa. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, the Confectioner. It's none of the food cards. I'm going to give you a hint. Abandoned Standard, Hopeless Nightmare? Is Monstrous Rage a thing in Canlander? Yeah, Imodane's Recruiter, popular in the tokens decks, legitimately just kills people. Monstrous Rage, it busted in the aggressive red decks or the red-green decks especially. Questing Druid, not as much in our format, but, you know, people love it, and I'm people. Royal Treatment, reasonable protection spell. God damn it. This card's all the way at the bottom. They had to start this card off with you, huh? Up the Beanstalk. Pretty busted Magic card that's banned in 2 formats? Is this banned in Modern? Yeah, it's banned in Modern. Cool. Some virtues. Folks, what do you think it is? I feel like, judging by what chat is saying, I mean, it feels weird to narrow it down, but like to 3 options. But Beans, Beseech, and Rage feel like the three picks. So what do you think? Beans or Beseech? Vote now with your phones. I mean, I think I remember the answer, and I think people are also... I'm going to level with you. I think you're overestimating Beans and Canlander. I love Beans. I play Beans and Canlander. Does not see the widespread play that it does elsewhere. I think realistically, not to change, you know, not to sway the vote, but like, it's probably Beseech into Cauldron. Or Beseech into Rage. Like, I think Beans might be number 4. I don't know. Beans could also be the best card you're not playing. Not enough exploration into the Beans archetype. It looks like Beseech is number 1. Which I believe is the correct call. Yeah, this card's fucked up. It's so good. It's so good. Seeing play in Underworld Breach decks, the Yogstorm decks. Seeing play in Citadel Storm as well. It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Also, people look at that and go, triple black? How am I ever going to do that? You won't believe what they did in Alpha. They printed a card called Dark Ritual, which adds 3 black mana, which can also be done with another card they printed in Alpha, Black Lotus. Pretty good cards. Pretty good cards. What are we saying for the second best, though? You want to fight for the second best? We could fight for the second best. Rage, Cauldron, 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 Die on the Hill of Cauldron, Prob Beans, but it's Cauldron, Agatha's Soul Cauldron. And I believe the best card you're not playing, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot, it's Callous Sellsword. I mean, honestly, the best card you're not playing should probably also just be Agatha's Soul Cauldron. This card's really good. So this card... Flings, I don't see a ton, which kind of makes sense, but like, I don't know. This is a fling that is on a creature that is also not actually a fling. Like, you don't get as goozled by counterspell. This card was very strong still is in some lists, in Standard and in Pioneer. I think even a little bit of niche Modern play. Not to mention, it just like is a guy. Yeah, this card's pretty neat. I think maybe I put Thud also down here. Thud. When was Thud printed? M19? Did I put Thud as my M19? I did. I put Thud as M19. These cards are good. They kill people. You want to kill people? You want to have a better time against combo? I can't play aggro. I can't play aggro. Combo's too quick. Paraglaive too big. Yo, just go to the dome. Just thud them. Pump spells and thud, dog. All right. Yeah, I'm a sucker for the flings. Is it Dub CC? Weck? Walk? Wilds of Commander? What the fuck is this? All right. Wilds of Eldraine Commander product. Commander product. I think I may have put the incorrect card down here, by the way. Some of you may not have seen these cards. The Courts, quite popular. Quite popular in the beginning when the set got printed. But the Courts were here. There's also Gilwain. Legitimately powerful card in green, white, and Naya, especially. Has seen some success so far. People are saying Court of Garenbrig. See, this is where I'm kind of sitting. Look, chat, it's a fairy commander. 3 mana, 2/3, flying death touch. Other fairies you control get bigger. Another fairy you control dies, you lose a life and draw a card? Damn. That's pretty good. But people are saying Court of Garenbrig. What do you think the next one is? Court of Garenbrig? What's Gilwain? Gilwain seems to be a popular. There's a couple people mentioning Gilwain. Casting director. Admittedly, the Commander product is a little less exciting than the other ones. Yeah, I have Court of Garenbrig as the best card in the set, but I think maybe it is just Gilwain. Like, the only issue with Gilwain is that Gilwain feels replaceable at some point in time, right? Like, there's a lot of play to this card. It's quite strong. And like, Court ain't what it used to be. Like, we were so high on Court. And some games, especially if you're on the play with a mana dork, Court of Garenbrig feels like cheating. Like, you're like, how the hell do you lose the game? 3-mana enchantment, you become the monarch. Beginning of your upkeep, you put 2 1/1 counters among 2 target creatures. Then if you're the monarch, you double the number of counters on each creature you control. So if I go turn 1 Llanowar Elf, turn 2 Court, upkeep, I put 2 1/1 counters on my elf, making it a 3/3. And then I flip it, or then I double it, and it becomes a 5/5. That's fucked up. The thing is, this doesn't happen this way. Like, in practice, that so rarely happens. And in fact, the high roll potential for this card is basically the high roll potential if you cast a Gilwain on turn 2. Like, it is safer to, like, playing a Gilwain in your deck has a comparable snowball play pattern, but also, if things go wrong, this is a better card to have. That's my thought. And the best card you're not playing is Gilwain. Ta-chong. All right, it's time for Doctor Who Commander, he says, throwing up in his mouth. It's time for Doctor Who. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do this. Like, what are we doing here? I'm going to go through this set, and I'm just going to mention every card that has shown up in Canadian Highlander. Astrid Peth, 2-mana 2/2 ETB or attack, make a food. When you sack a food or a clue, she explores. Kylie Minogue, 2-drop, makes food, gets bigger, does things, has showed up in the food deck. Not just the bad Surge food deck, but like the good Jacob Varro food deck. Banished to another universe. Affinity for historic permanence. This is actual leyline binding. Like 1 mana, exile your thing. No flash, obviously, but like in like a Super Friends deck or in an Academy based deck. It's quite good. Still waiting for a card that I've seen somebody play. Flesh Duplicate. 2-mana clone. Vanishing 3 doesn't matter. The game's over by then. Or it putting itself in the graveyard is a good thing. Into the Time Vortex. It's a spell with Cascade. It has shown up in the Cascade deck. Same with Lunar Hatchling. Doesn't have Cascade, but it's shown up in that deck. Start the TARDIS, finally. Thank God. Card that shows up in Reanimator. Quite good. Surveil 2, draw a card, and then it has Jumpstart. That card's legit good. Man, I hate this set. Sea Devils has shown up. I've seen Sea Devils played in the token strategies, like green-white tokens, Naya tokens. I saw somebody play this in Gruul mid-range too, like Gruul monsters. This card is not that bad. 2 and a green. Chapter 1 and 2, you make a 2/2 green alien salamander token with Island Walk. And then on chapter 3, until end of turn, whenever a salamander you control deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to target creature that player controls. Not that bad. Kind of annoying. Yeah, all these other cards. All right. Start the TARDIS, maybe. Astrid Peth. Any thoughts? Any drive towards a very specific card? The clone thing? Yeah, it's realistically between Start the TARDIS and Flesh Duplicate. No Weeping Angel. So Weeping Angel, I've seen this card played, and I think it is likely, like, I just can't wrap my head around why this card sees play. Like, it's kind of annoying, but it's just a lot of mana for something shockingly vulnerable. Bad on defense. Doesn't play well into like the problematic cards that you would wish it would, you know, forces you to cast a creature. Yeah, like forces your opponent to play creatures, which is every deck in the format. Like Flesh Duplicate. Start the TARDIS. I put Start the TARDIS as the best card. You got. Flesh Duplicate is good. But it's oddly enough, clones aren't what they used to be in creature combo. That's just not how creature combo decks work. Like, the redundancy can occasionally be nice for like a pod deck or like an Allurin deck, but like more often than not, they're just not needed. And the double blue pips do set this back a little bit. But the best card you're not playing is the Sea Devils, the one I talked about. Because, well, that's a card that I looked at. I said this card was terrible. And then I lost to it. And then I saw other people lose to it. And I was like, oh, well, I've never seen this card played. And I just watched myself and other people lose to this card who almost assuredly looked at this and went, what the hell is this? And like, thank God it's not a real card. And then lost to it. Yeah, it's like History of Benalia, basically, except like unblockable creatures and in green. Like, it's got a lot of game to it. We started with Lord of the Rings. And now we're on to LCI, The Lost Caverns of Ixalan. We got some options here. Anam Pakal, popular in Boros decks, Boros Humans, Boros and Taxes, tokens. Bitter Triumph, incredible removal spell. Good if you're discarding stuff to reanimate. Good if you're just casting it. Oh, I just realized I don't have my computer glasses on. The Bat. The Bat's quite... Computer, stop. The Bat's quite good. Hand attack, real annoying. Duskrose Reliquary, pretty good for the artifact decks to dealing with whatever they have. Echoing Deeps, played in the lands combo decks. Get Lost, premier white removal spell, pretty playable. Sees a bit obviously in the mono white decks, but the white X aggro decks for sure love it. Occasionally sees play in Jeskai. Sometimes it gets sided out. Helping Hand, playable in the Thoracle combo decks, shows up in some of the mono white decks. Inti, very good in Boros, very good in the tokens decks, good in Rakdos. Pretty powerful magic card. Malcolm, a reasonable evasive card, usually played in the tempo decks, the flash decks. Molten Collapse. Restricted by its color combination, but if you're in these colors, you're playing this card. LCI's got some bangers. Roaming Throne. Sentinel, the Nameless City. Kind of a poster child of like green, annoying, difficult to deal with creature, but at the same time, you're like, at least it's not Nadu, and then you die to it. Tashana's Tidebinder, very annoying. Played in blue X decks. The flash is pretty big. Can show up in some of the Jeskai lists too, or like Esper. Kind of, people don't expect it. Kills them, catches them off guard. Excuse me. Inti or Tidebinder? Yeah, Preacher of the Schism does show up, but like, not at the frequency that I would recommend it for the best card from the set. I'm going to be in Victoria next weekend. Thing I should definitely do and see. Miniature World. Miniature World is great. It's my favorite place to go in the city. Like it sounds very kind of like touristy and kind of like, why would I want to go to Miniature World? It's the best. I recommend it to everybody. Okay, Kathleen. What? Ooh. It's great. Autumn Pakal. Best you're not playing is Autumn Akal Pakal. Ah. That's apparently Kathleen's go-to recommendation. Yeah, she also lives in Victoria. That makes sense. Inti followed by Tidebinder. Bitter Triumph seconded by Inti. Damn, you're split. Thousand Year Smithy is my best card you're not playing. Okay. I for this one, I don't actually remember. All right, tell you what, chat. Post now for between Tashana's Tidebinder and Inti. That seems to be the two cards most people are saying. Vote now between Tidebinder and Inti. Tidebinder, Inti. Okay. Of the Sun? Is that its name? Akal Pakal? I do like Akal Pakal. Seneschal of the Sun. Okay. Yep. And then Tashana's Tidebinder. Just kidding. It's Get Lost, you dummy. You goofs. You goofs. It's Get Lost. 2 mana kill anything basically is so good. It deal. Oh, Barrogoyf. Get Lost. Oh no. They natural ordered into an Atraxa or into a big thing. Get Lost. Oh no, they fanaticked into Troll. How am I? Get Lost. Then you're playing against an Academy deck? Yeah, that's why Swords to Plowshares fucking sucks, dog. Inti's good, but Inti dies to a Stiff Breeze, gets Caracas, is mostly off the back of its high roll potential, and I bet you're not going to be playing Inti in 2 years. Or in like 1 year. Whereas like, I could foresee a card as flexible as Get Lost. It kills Urza Saga. I could see Get Lost showing up in, for God knows how long. I guess I should put it on screen. Destroys a creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Controller makes 2 maps. Nice Blood Moon. Nice back to basics. Nice any creature, obviously. Minsk and Boo with the trigger on the stack. The best part about Get Lost is that people use their mana on their maps, and you're like, oh, thank God you are doing something instead of playing a card. Yeah. Anywho. What do you think the best card you're not playing is? Somebody said a Call Pakal. Someone said the Smithy. Mulder said hello. Where'd you go? Well, you're on the ground. Hi, Trumpet Soar. The Enigma Jewel. Oh, it's Amalia Benavides Aguirre. Aguirre? Yeah. It's Amalia. Yeah, Amalia combo. I've played against and with Amalia combo in Canlander, and yeah, it's really annoying. It's really annoying. It being a 2-drop is huge for the selection of tutors, for the selection, like just how creature combo decks play out as well. Like the fact that you could just turn a mana dork into this off of Neoform, that you are like always going to have the mana to put this into play. The only downside about Amalia is that you can't green center into play. Both recruiters grab it. Yeah, like I've played with and against decks that are doing Amalia combo, and I've been thoroughly impressed by both of them. And I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface, right? Like, we'll figure, there's some more tinkering to do, but like, it's resilient, it's annoying as hell, and like the fair plan is pretty good because everything's just so cheap. Like, just getting Amalia combo out and weaving in like Thoughtseize and Duresses and stuff, real easy. It being a legend with the Caracas kind of is a knock against it, but like, because it just cares about you gaining life, there are ways to just, you know, get like do the wrath thing if you really want to, or the like fill your graveyard, draw a bunch of cards. Yeah. I'd like to see more Amalia. Now, this is going to be the easiest one of the easiest one of the day. Hey everybody, what do you think the best broadside bombardiers from LCI Commander is? Yeah, it's broadside bombardiers. A card that has been acknowledged by R&D as like, hey, so this is a mistake. We don't want to do this anymore. I guess I should put myself over here. We don't want to do this anymore. We're not going to put these cards in into Commander product anymore. They put broadside bombardiers is in historic. Jesus Christ. Okay, well the important thing, because yeah, it's Bomba. What's the second best card? Funniest thing I've thrown off a broadside. I don't know. I threw a Greater Gargadon. That was on. Oh, I've thrown like Eldrazian Cube. There's some other cards. Other cards that I've seen people play in Canadian Highlander. Charismatic Conqueror. 2 mana, 2/2 vigilance. Whenever an artifact or a creature an opponent controls enters untapped, and under an opponent's control, they can tap it, and if they don't, you make a 1/1 with lifelink. This card has showed up in some of the Death and Taxes decks I've looked at that have won events. This Contest of Claws card, I saw it in a Gruul Monsters list. It's kind of cool. I didn't know this existed. 2 mana sorcery. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. Not a fight, by the way. Just deals the damage. And if excess damage was dealt this way, you discover X, where X is the excess damage. Yeah, I saw this and kind of had like a, oh, well, that's fucked up. How does this work with Death Touch? Excess damage dealt to a creature if the damage dealt to it is greater than lethal. 1 is exactly lethal with Death Touch, right? So it's gonna, I believe this will just deal the 1, and then, so if you play this with like Barrowgoyf or whatever. Yeah, this card obviously fight spells and punch spells or whatever. Fight and bites are a little tough, but Angel played against somebody with Dinosaur Egg. I forget what deck had Dinosaur Egg. Olenda's Aerophant. This card's not bad. Gets shockingly big, shockingly quick. Hawkball. It's so funny how a 4-mana legend without an ETB is in a like typal deck that is not up until recently. Like obviously with Lorwyn Eclipse, Merfolk has gotten so much better. But like, yeah, this card just ends the game. It's a Roboroid, except it's a Roboroid, but also like the creature type of this matters, or like uncounterable Roboroid, or a Roboroid in a deck with Force of Will, that kind of thing. There are some real cards in the set that aren't the main, by like the Bomba, by the way. Like I saw somebody haha kidding about it, but like no, there's some legit cards. Pontlaza plays in that Cascade deck. Redemption Choir, this card is legit powerful. It's a 4-mana 3/3, which is tough, but like I've played this in Ruin Your Evening and it was so good. 4-mana 3/3 lifelinker. When it ETBs or attacks, if you have three or more creatures with different powers, you return a permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to play. I have returned, Extraction Specialist, which returns something else. I've returned lands that have just got blown up with this. This card, I had this returning a pre-war formal wear. This returned a Teferi, which I then Teferi'd the Redemption Choir, because I was like, they're not going to be able to, they won't let me untap with this. That was kind of fun. Singer of Swift Rivers has shown up in Merfolk. The Skeleton Crew is technically a dredge card, but it's so expensive. Yeah. I forget what I put. I think... Oh, I put Contested Clause as the best card you're not playing. Okay. Well, wait a minute. I skipped. Fuck, I didn't do my thing right. What is the second best card in here? I think it is probably... I don't think it's Contested Clause. I think it's gotta be Charismatic Conqueror. I'm not actually a fan of this card, but I will admit that this has more W's than some of the other decks that people have been playing. And now it's time for everybody's favorite section. It's the Jurassic World Collection, which I don't actually know what to search. GWC? Jurassic World Collection. Content warning for Angel and people who don't like sharks. I think I should probably update this. There are some legit cards in here. There's only 20 cards. Dino DNA. Messed up magic card. This card just ends the game. And like is pretty annoying. 1-mana artifact, imprint for 1 generic, tap, exile a creature from a graveyard, only as a sorcery. 6 generic, make a token that's a copy of a creature, exile with Dino DNA, except it's a 6/6 trampling dinosaur, only as a sorcery. Indoraptor has shown up in Jund aggro, although it's not as much anymore. Permission Denied is kind of funny. White and a blue instant, counter target non-creature spell. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. I've seen this run in some of the combo or combo control decks. Spitting Dilophosaurus. This card is so much better than it looks. Oh my god. 3 mana, 3/2. When it ETBs or attacks, you put a -1/-1 counter on a creature. And then creatures you control with -1/-1 counters on them can't block. I think I have an idea for the best card from this product. But I want you to guess. I think it's between the Dilophosaurus and Dino DNA. The Dilophosaurus has more of a resume, which kind of lends to it. Dino DNA is like I think it's likely the Spitties is the best, with DNA being the second best, also the best one you're not playing. Although maybe Savage Order is the best one you're not playing. I think this card's pretty good. 4 mana, sorcery, additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature, power 4 or greater. And it's natural order for a dinosaur, and it gains indestructible until your next turn. Which is pretty good. There's a Galta from the main set that is for the main Ixalan set, which I am shocked at how good that card is. Looks like people are saying Spitties then DNA. Spitting Dilophosaurus. Dino DNA. I may have put Dino DNA as the best. No, I put Spitties and then Dino DNA. Okay. It's pretty common for these smaller sets to have the best card. Also, like, our best cards line up, right? There's always one that shows up. And then the best card you're not playing being the second best card. Secret Lair series Doctor Who Regeneration. What? Oh, this is with the Meep? Is this with the Meep? Is this... I don't even... How do you find... How do you find the secret layer with the Meep? I really wish there was a way you could search it. Okay, what is it called? Doctor Who Regeneration. Secret layer. There are 5 cards. Rose Noble, 4 mana, 2/3, ward 2. Whenever you cast a doctor spell or a spell with Doctor's Companion, draw a card. Okay. The Meep, 2 and a black for an 0/4 ward, pay 3. When it attacks, you can sack another creature. If you do, creatures you control have base power toughness XX, where X is sack creature's mana value. Holy shit, that's not bad. The Celestial Toymaker. 3 mana, 2/4 legend. Whenever the Toymaker attacks, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile any number of them face down in a pile. The rest in a face-up pile. Defending player chooses one of those piles. That goes to your hand. Beginning of each end step, each opponent loses 2 life for each spell or ability that caused one or more players to guess or group cards or permanents into a pile. What? I mean, this card's... I'm embarrassed to say this card's not that bad. 3 mana, 2/3 that does a little mini factor fiction. You decide the piles. Like, is this Atris? This Atris on... It's a 3 mana, 2/4 that Atris is on attack. And then they also lose another 2. And if you have other abilities that cause them to group or guess, they can take some damage. The 14th Doctor. Oh, this fucker. This guy's like $100. I know this guy because he's in my cards I don't own list. And I haven't been able to get a foil one. And I don't... I admittedly... It's hard for me to justify spending $100 on this card. Even for completionist's sake or for work. 3 mana, 3/4. When you cast a spell, reveal the top 14 cards of your library. Put all Doctor cards revealed this way into your graveyard. And the rest on the bottom. You may have the 14th Doctor enter the battlefield as a copy of a Doctor in your graveyard. Gains haste. What's the biggest changeling? What's the biggest change? What's the biggest changeling? Mulder. Oh. You have food. I don't know why you're yelling at me. Morophon? Well, that's not exciting. Like, can we just, like, put it into play as a copy of something? No, all these suck. Oh, that's fine. The idea of this being a part of a combo where you, like, Worldly Tutor, play this, and you mill some big changeling and you have it come into play as a copy, that is so funny. The 15th Doctor. 4 mana, 3/3. When each of these are attacks, you mill 3 cards. You can put an artifact with mana value 2 or 3 among them into your hand. First non-artifact spell you cast each turn is improvise. Okay, what the fuck is the best here? I think it might be the Meep, which is very funny. I would say the Meep and the Toymaker. The Meep. The Celestial Toymaker. Oh my god, I put the Toy Maker as the best. And the 15th Doctor is the best card. Fuck that. Did you read the meep? The meep. No, I'll hold some integrity here. The Celestial Toy Maker. The meep. I just read the 15th Doctor. Couldn't tell you what he does. He puts 2-drop or 3-drop artifacts into your hand. Hi. Yeah. All right, off to MKM, folks. Now, what do we got for MKM? Who's blowing up my phone? All right, what do we got here? Analyze the Pollen has shown up in some creature combo decks. Archdruid's Charm, quite good in the heavy green decks. Yeah, Aftermath Analyst has some lands combo applications. Let's see. Obviously, Surveil lands. We got Surveil lands. Surveil lands are going to be interesting given how people evaluate them as well. How do you pick to evaluate these Surveil lands, chat? Are you going to accurately evaluate them? You going to pull a Steam Vents or a Flooded Strand? What do we got? Cryptic Coat shows up. Delny shows up. Niche Doorkeeper Throw. As much as I dislike this set, it does have some bangers. Forensic Gadgeteer combo. Insidious Roots. Sewers. Prof's Eidetic, Sewers. A lot of people saying Sewers. Undercity Sewers. Meticulous Archive. Yeah, I'm petting you. What do you think I'm doing? No More Lies? Novice Inspector? They have a new mana leak. Prof's Eidetic Memory, pretty good. Raucous Theater, quite powerful. Why are you pawing at me? Do you see this? Why are you pawing at me when I'm right there? I'm already scritching you. Yeah, why are you pawing at me? Okay, I'm petting her. I'm not like, I've been petting her constantly. Thundering Falls. Looks like people are putting Undercity Sewers. What do you think the second best is? We had Prof's Eidetic Memory, but it might be. It might be a different one. Raucous Theater, Meticulous Archive. Vote for your favorite Surveil land now. Mortuary Theater. There's Meticulous Archive, Raucous Theater, Shadowy Backstreet, Underground Mortuary. This song is I Love You by Dizzy Rascal from Boy in the Corner, an album that came out 26 years ago. Thundering Falls is quite good. One of the green ones. No More Lies is pretty good. I mean, Hedge Maze, Lush Portal. This is so interesting. It says a lot about a player when you ask them what the second best Surveil land is. I gotta tell you. But most people put Raucous Theater. There were some other people putting Hedge Maze. Maze? Actually, is it Hedge Maze? Maze. Maze. More people say hedge maze. I'm gonna hold you to that, chat. Remember, if one of you are wrong, all of you are wrong. The best card is Undercity Sewers. Just so good in Reanimator. The Surveil lands are cracked. They're so fucking good. They're incredible to play. They're incredible to have. When you can play them in a deck that cares about using your graveyard, especially, holy shit. Yeah, it's so good. And then combining it with like the top of the deck tutors as well in the right deck, you can set up an entomb. Sometimes they are just gonna hit, like, you're just gonna high roll with them. Think of it this way. I'm talking about high rolling with a land that adds 1 mana. Like, I'm not talking about high rolling with Ancient Tomb or Tolarian Academy or Cradle. We're just talking about high rolling with a dual land that comes into play tapped. That's fucked. The best card you're not playing is Aftermath Analyst. For what it's worth, I think the best card in the set is Undercity Sewers, and the second best is Meticulous Archive. But Raucous Theater is a pretty reasonable suggestion too. In fact, maybe it's Raucous Theater. I think Theater might actually be better. The black ones are just so much better than anything else. The blue ones are also pretty cracked, but like you gotta find the middle point. Yeah, Aftermath Analyst. This card's so good. It just combos shockingly easily. And I don't really run to people playing it. Some of the land stacks play it, the combo land stacks. But like this, they don't combo with this. They just play it because it is a tutorable Sun Reclamation, which is wild. Or Splendid Reclamation. Like, they play it because they're like, oh, I can Eladamri's Call for the Splendid Reclamation. It's like, okay, but like, what if you comboed with this? And like, oh, but then I have to add extra cards. It's like, well, you'd have to add extra lands. Like, it's quite good. MKM Commander. Soon to be banned in Modern. Aftermath Analyst. Sure, why not? All right. I don't even know if any of these cards see play. I've seen somebody play Morska. I will say this. I have seen a player play Morska. And Ransom Note, actually. These are the only 2 cards that I've seen show up. Ransom Note and Morska. I guess I technically have seen Watcher of Hours played too. I saw this card played in, you know, I saw this card played in the Cascade deck. Legacy Dredge was on Descana. What the hell does the bear do? Enters, you draw a card. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Nice bridge from below. Bear Dredge? I think it's Ransom Note. I think the best card is Ransom Note, and I think the second best card is I mean, they're all pretty fucking bad. Yeah, it's like Ransom Note and then what if it's Serene Sleuth? What if it's Serene Sleuth? 2 mana 2/2 ETB investigate. Beginning of combat on your turn, you investigate for each goaded creature you control. Then each creature you control is no longer goaded. Oh wait, that's terrible. That's terrible. All right, Ransom Note. And I don't know. None of this matters. This doesn't do anything. This set is not good. Watcher of Hours? Sure, Watcher of Hours. Yeah, not a lot of goad and morph. Why did I put Murko? That's embarrassing. And no, man. No, it's not Murko. It's Ransom Note. I'll put Ransom Note. I'll put Murko as the best card you're not playing. This card actually, yeah, now that I think about it, Murko Obsessive Theorist. Oh, don't look at that. What is this? 3 mana, 1/3 flying vigilance. Whenever you surveil, you put a 1/1 counter on it. At the beginning of your end step, you can return a creature card with power less than Murkos from your graveyard to play with a finality counter. Okay, that's actually kind of sick. That's not bad. It's a little odd, but that's not bad. Go with Surveillance. Ooh. Banger alert. Okay, on to Clue. Fix up, look sharp. Fix up, look sharp. This is another set where I think the best card in the set is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I talked about Copycatchers because of whatchamacallit, Lorwyn. Okay, this is the Clue product. I'm going to do the same thing. Where here are the cards that have seen play. Afterlife Insurance in Aristocrats. Card Interpreter in certain versions of Mono Black or Rakdos. Headliner Scarlet is fucked up. I don't know if you've read this card, but it is messed up. Scuttling Sentinel. I've seen this card in, what was it? Sultai Flash? I think Angel played this in Esper as well, but I've played this. I've played against this card, you know, with, piloted by opponents that aren't Angel, I guess is what I'm saying. And in Unruly Krasis. I'm going to level with you folks. Its Headliner Scarlet is the best card. But now I'm more interested. Like this card is so good. It's like a great top end for medium red, for red, white, and taxes, for Naya, for red, green. Like this card just kills you. The second card is more interesting because we have Carnage Interpreter and Unruly Krasis, which is also a shark. Carnage Interpreter is a card that people who've played Cube might be more familiar with this card. Because, you know, this card's pretty good in Cube. It's worse in Cube. It's fallen off my list a little bit. But the Krasis also was a card that was in Cube, not in Cube anymore. But like this card fucks. This card kills people. I think that Carnage Interpreter got the most votes. And that makes sense. Headliner Scarlet's the best. And the best you're not playing is Afterlife Insurance. This card's okay. I mean, honestly, actually, I think it's pretty good. It's the 2 mana instant creatures you control gain Afterlife 1 till end of turn, draw a card. This is a Magic card that I actually want to consider playing outside of Aristocrats. I need to play it more in Aristocrats. It's just easy to cast, replaces itself. Really good if you're doing like a Goblin Bombardment turn, just kind of ends the game. Like, there are a lot of times where this card actually just reads 2 mana, deal 5 to your opponent, draw a card. Like, that's pretty good. Is this the Stroke? No, this is Fix Up Look Sharp by Dizzy Rascal from Boy into Corner. The Stroke? You want to hear my impression of The Stroke? It's just me singing Last Night, but I'm going to slur a bit. Fallout? What's the Fallout code? Flow? Oh, it's Pip. Right, it's Pip. All right, we're on to Fallout. Regrettably. What is it from Fallout? Also, I want to listen to the song again because I talked over it. I mean, I'm going to talk over it again, but you know, this song's so good. Cards that see play: Alpha Deathclaw in some Reanimator decks and the Recurring Nightmare decks. Soltron Dominator in some of the Delirium aggressive strategies. Fix up, look sharp. I'm not gonna count all the cards that show up in like people's energy decks because, you know, I'm trying to be as competitive as possible. But on that note, I will mention inventory management for Hammer Time. I think Hammer Time is more real than energy decks. So yeah, Kaiser saw some play, and then was promptly cut. Kaiser's okay, but like the worst top end that you can have in a Mardu tokens list. Yeah, this set has Veronica. There are some good cards in this set. Don't get me wrong. This Nuka-Cola vending machine is messed up. Pre-war Formalware though, which looks like is the #1 pick. It's quite strong. Securitron Squadron, not bad, not bad. Synth Infiltrator, I like this card quite a bit. I think it's quite good too. Every time it's shown up, I've been very impressed. And Veronica, Dissident Scribe. So pre-war Formalware. What do you think for the second best card, chat? So we're locking in pre-war Formalware, not just because of, you know, the fact that a lot of people have said that it's the best, but come on. Come on. Be real. Let's be real. We're talking about the card that sees the most play, that is like a combination of the most played and also just most impactful. Oh, Synth Eradicator. Yeah, that card's quite good too. I forgot Synth Eradicator. I kind of scrolled past it. The 3-mana 3/3 artifact creature with haste when it attacks and you exile the top card of your library. You get 2 energy. If you don't, you can play it, that card. So it's like 3. It's kind of like a Lelia. Securitron Squadron, pretty good. Yeah, we got some options, folks. We got options. Oh, how could I forget this Mega Sloth? It's only an 8/8? Why did I think this card was a 10/10? Didn't people try to play this in Dark Depths and it was bad? I thought an 8/8? That doesn't even kill you in 2 swings. It could be Veronica. I like Veronica quite a bit. I think she's fallen out of favor in some of the Rakdos lists, but this card does kill people. So come on down. Fix up. Look sharp. Squadron, Vetting Machine, Veronica, Dominator, Eradicator. I'll put Synth Eradicator. Nobody cares about Fallout, dog. Yeah, it's pre-war Formalier. Zoinks. There we go. Is Yaoguai good? Yeah, it's not bad. And yeah, Synth Infiltrator I have as the best card you're not playing, which is just the clue. Or the clue? The clone. It's the clone! The clone! I like that clone a bit. Quite a bit. That clone is quite good. Chelsea, for the 31st month, welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. Hope you're doing well. Clune. The Clune dog? OTJ. Outlaws of Thunder Junction. The following cards have seen repeat Canadian Highlander play. Let's in tournament winning decks. Aloe Alchemist in the Gruul beatdown / blitz decks. Assimilation Aegis in some of the blue-white X flash decks, or like, you know, those kind of decks. Aven Interrupter in some of the mono-white and white X decks. Bristly Billiam in Green X lands mid-range decks. Green X like just aggro decks. Counters. Bronco has shown up in some of the Rakdos decks, although not so much anymore. Duelist of the Mind, pretty reasonable Magic card. Has shown up in some of the tempo decks. Dust Animus for a while was actually showing up in some of the like low curve control decks for like blue white when people were trying to build blue white like Just Guy. Didn't work out, but tried it. Goldvein Hydra occasionally shows up in the game objects / some of the aggro decks. High Noon, really annoying in Big Boros. Insatiable Avarice has shown up in the Citadel Storm decks and the combo decks. Honest Rutstein in some of the creature combo decks, like the Devoted Druid, green, black, like Abzan creature combo. Jason Reawakened has showed up in the Time Vault decks, the combo control decks typically. I'm Freddy Krueger, make that Luger explode. God damn. Lavispur Boots, popular Urza's Saga target. You find out the Lavispur Boots, you put it on the construct, and you get to hit with them right away. Lively Dirge, playable in the creature combo strategies. Magda has seen some niche play in like the Rakdos game objects decks. Nurturing Pixie has seen a little bit of play in Ruin Your Evening, Death and Taxes, and people have certainly tried to build like Esper Pixie. Tumblewag, counter stuff, ramp stuff, or sorry, counter stuff, stompy stuff. Same with Outcaster Trailblazer in the stompy. Pillage the Bog, played in combo strategies. Sometimes you'll see it in like Flash Hulk or creature. Some of the like decks that technically use creatures to combo, but they're not all in. Like occasionally some of the Seeker Walk decks that go into black will play it. This set has a lot of cards that have shown up, but not a lot of like, there's not really any like, damn, you know? Scorching Shot. It kills Shieldred and kills most Barrogoyfs. Slick Shot Show Off. Kills people dead in Mono Red or Red X. Three Steps Ahead shows up in some of the Blue X tempo decks, the Flash decks, and some versions of Jeskai. People still saying Bristly Bill, but I honestly don't think it's Bill. Yeah, like, now that we've had enough time, I don't think it's Bill. Bill's still very good. I like Bill. I play a lot of Bristly Bill. I don't think it's Bristly Bill. Reckless Lackey. Also, this card. This 1 mana 1/2 plays cease playing Goblins. Spoiler alert, it's not Reckless Lackey, but it does show up in Goblins. Comball. Yeah, Comball has shown up in the Game Objects tokens deck, like the food / clue / treasure deck. Where is he? This card is shockingly annoying. 3 mana 2/4. Whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, for each of them, you make a tap token that's a copy of it. Triggers only once per turn. Whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses one and gains one. And you gain one. Tell you what, chat. We can put it to a contest between the Boots and the Bill. The Boots and the Bill? Well, I also want to put it between the Slick Shot. Slick Shot, Boots, and Bill. Go off, chat. Bill? Bill. Boots, Slick. Slick. Oh, Aven Interrupter? You can. It's not Interrupter at all. Yeah, Interrupter doesn't really see play. I mean, occasionally it shows up, but like, I don't know. If I built Mono White and played it on Monday, and I did not include Interrupter. Bill. Slick. It's kind of neck and neck. Slick Shot's pulling ahead here. Is it the slick shot? Going once. Going tice. Going twice. Slick shot show off. Bill. Oh, fucking EK coming in there, but Aboria knocking it out. All right. But that's also not how show off. How's this card spelled? How's this card's name spelled? How do you spell this card? Where is it? QRS. Is it? Yeah, it's slick shot show off. Bristly Bill Spine Sower. Yeah, the best card is Bristly Bill. Just kidding. I fucking got you. I got you, dumbasses. Yeah, it combos with Nadu. It's a card that is a combo card, also a fair magic card, also a combo card in its own right. It's a combo card with Nadu. It's a card that combos with itself and Fast Bond, and it's just a good mid-range card. I had a sick game where I went turn 1, Forest, Fast Bond, or I went Fetch Bond, Fetch Land, Fast Bond, Land, Bristly Bill. My opponent just goes like Surveil Land, Pass, and I untap, and I go Ramanap Excavator, play out all my lands, load up Bill, double all the Bill, and kill you. That was a pretty cool turn 2 with a deck that had no business turn 2ing. And the best card you're not playing is Nurturing Pixie. I think the Pixie's pretty good. It doesn't really see much play in Canlander. People are trying the Pixie builds. I think there's something here, but they need to... The Pixie decks... I think the issue with a lot of the Pixie decks I've seen is that they try to emulate... not to be too popper-pilled, but they try to emulate the standard Pixie when really they need to try to emulate, like, Popper, Glinthawk, Core Skyfisher bullshit, right? Like, what are you using your points on anyways? This deck should be playing like triple Mox. Your last one pointer can be like an Urza Saga or whatever. But you're also like, you're just trying to refurbish Familiar and pick up refurbish Familiar and like, or Solitude and then pick up Solitude, and you want fast mana to do that. Or Hopeless Nightmare and like Tiny Bones joins up or whatever. It's just not what you want to be doing. Yeah, or just like, or playing your One Ring. You like play the One Ring, bounce the One Ring. You just like brick their removal. Or like Pixie Allurin combos, kind of hot. I don't know. Underrated magic card. I also want to try this in Death and Taxes. I think this card might be pretty good in Death and Taxes. Like, or that green white Ocelot Pride deck I was talking about. I think I want to play Pixie because it's kind of funny to be like Bright Glass Gear Hulk, find Guide of Souls Nurturing Pixie, and then Pixie bring this, you know, well, the Razzle Dazzler. Oh, Dan, 141 for the 8th month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. The Big Score. What is it from the Big Score, folks? It has an actual factual set code, so they were treating it as its own. The following cards have seen play: Bristlebud Farmer in the food deck, Collector's Cage in the counters deck, and some versions of White Weenie, Fomori Vault, any artifact deck, Generous Plunderer, some of the red aggressive decks, Harvester of Misery in Rakdos or Mono Black or Black X, Legion Extruder and Big Boros or the Welder decks. Nexus of Becoming in the big mana cheat out your things decks, not so much. Pest Control in Esper. Sandstorm Salvager in the token strategies. Simulacron Synthesizer in the artifact deck, and Vaultborn Tyrant in the ramp / sneak attack / reanimator, fair-ish persist reanimation, basically. Lewis for the 36th month. Welcome back. Happy 3 years. I can't believe we made it, babe. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Harvester. Let's see. Harvester. Synth. So we've got Harvester beating out Simulacrum Synthesizer. I'm gonna close the poll in 5. We're now 6 and 5. Now we're 7 and 5. 5, 4, 3, 7 and 6. 5, 7 and 7. 5, 7 and 7. My favorite drink. 8. Synth is now pulling ahead. Oh my god. Simulacrum Synthesizer's pulling ahead. Holy shit. Harvester. 8. We're at 8 and 8. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Harvester. 4. Harvester. 3. Synth. 2. Harvester. 1. Synth. Harvester takes it by 1. Thank God. If you people actually picked Simulacrum Synthesizer, we may need to have a talk. Yeah, Simulacrum Synthesizer's not good. Like, I mean, it's fine. It just doesn't really see play. And when it does, it's niche. Have you read this card? This card's fucked up. You can play it in the mid-range decks. You can play it in the Reanimator decks. It uncounterable kills shit. Reanimates, kills them dead. Although, I think I might have picked... Yeah, I picked this. The best card you're not playing, I picked Generous Plunderer. I like this card a lot. I think maybe the best card you're not playing should actually just be Sandstorm Salvager. This card is so good. I don't know if you haven't played Sandstorm Salvager in Canlander, give it a shot. You are going to win so many more games than, frankly, any of the other cards in this set. But Plundy Dundies is like, when it's good, it feels unfair. Like, it feels broken. And when it's just doing the damn thing, it's also not bad. What are you playing this in? You could play it in like green-white. You could play it in the Naya tokens decks. You could play it in a welder deck, a deck that looks to just make artifact tokens. It's just really fucking annoying. It uses colorless mana, makes the thing bigger. It has my favorite art in the set as well. Look at this fucking art, dog. Damn, that is a sturdy ass woman. Complimentary. And she's got a cowboy hat and a big fucking, like, I don't even know what this is. Mora. She's got a name. She's got a name and you haven't picked one up. It's $1. You should 100%. If you like playing green in Canlander, you should pick this card up. Unironically, pick this up right now. Next time you're at your LGS, next time you're making an order from cardkingdom.com/Wheeler or Benjamin_Wheeler. I like this, but hate Inspector. Draven Inspector's a cop. I spat on the mic, unironically. Draven Inspector's a cop. I hate cops. Also, classic Magic the Gathering. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to say something that's controversial. Something, I'm not shocked that Magic the Gathering players prefer a white woman over, a white woman who just also is a cop, over a woman of color who's cosplaying. Shaking my head. Or a person of color. I don't know. OTJ Commander. Don't even remember what's in this set. Is it OJC? OTC? I don't even know what he's play from this set. I've ran into Eris. I've ran into Lock and Load. And technically Rumbleweed. Oh, and Smirking Spelljacker and Thunderclap. Okay. And Stella. I actually think it might be Sand Scout. I've been meaning to play this card. This card sees play. Yeah, I think I should play Sand Scout in Death and Taxes. I think it should be Sand Scout. I'm gonna put Sand Scout. And then I don't know, Thunderclap Drake. Oh shit. What did I put? I put Thunderclap Drake as the best. Yeah, Sand Scout sees play in Legacy. Like legit. Leonis Co for the 43rd month. Exclamation mark Card Kingdom. Thank you so much for the support. Yes, cardkingdom.com/weare. Sorry, that's the personalized landing page. Oh, and I have Eris. Yeah, I like Eris. This card, I'd like to play more of this card. 8 blue and red for a 4/4, 2 less for each different mana value among instant and sorceries in your yard, and it's a 4/4 prowess that just makes 4/4 elemental dragons. That's kind of hot. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's fine. Here we go. Here's the big one. Ooh. Modern Horizons 3. There are so many options that I am going to have to, when I go through this set, I am going to have to only mention the cards that see play in top tier strategies. Ajani Nikal Pariah, Arena of Glory, Bogart Trawler, Brain Surge, Detectives Phoenix, Disciple of Freyalise. I mean, I'll get ahead of the game. It's not a double face card, so let's make it easier. Well, sorry, it may be a double face card like a Johnny, but it's not the lands. A Johnny, I'll even be more discerning. A Johnny, I guess Emperor of Bones is worthwhile. Galvanic Discharge, Guide of Souls, Invert Polarity. I'm getting mad just doing this, by the way. I'm getting upset doing this. I mean, Malevolent Rumble, Nadu Winged Wisdom, Ocelot Pride, Philia Exuberant Shepherd, Flage Titan of Fire's Fury, Psychic Frog, Shifting Woodland, 6, Sowing Mycospawn, Springheart Nantuko, Static Prison, Tameo Inquisitive Student, Urza's Cave, White Orchid Phantom, White of the Reliquary, Wrath of the Skies. Holy shit. Okay. I'm going to level with you. It's either Nadu or Frog. It's Nadu or Frog. Tameo and Ajani are very close. Ocelot Pride's up there too. But it's Nadu or Frog. Frog, 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 frog. Nadu. Yeah, it's Psychic Frog, right? It's Psychic Frog. Like, what are we talking about? Have you read this card? It's like one of the best creatures of all time, if not the best creature of all time. Psychic Frog is the best creature of all time. It's so unbelievable. Like, I unironically, you know that question people ask where it's like, okay, you're unprompted, required to talk about a subject for 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever, right? Like you have to do a presentation for 30 minutes on something to a large audience. Real easy to do for people that hyper focus, to people that play a game like Magic the Gathering, right? But if you get more granular, right? You go from Magic the Gathering to, let's say, Canlander. You go from Canlander to, let's say, a very specific deck in Canlander. And you go from that deck to an individual card. It gets more difficult the more granular you get. There are some exceptions. I feel like I could talk about why Psychic Frog is the best creature of all time. One of the best creatures of all time. Obviously, I'm talking about it in the context of Singleton here. There are some creatures that are so, like Lurrus obviously is just so brutal in constructed, right? Like Lurrus is likely the best creature of all time in 60 card formats. But Psychic Frog, I mean, like, oh my god. The VGC Incineroar. I would actually say that this card is closer to like Mega Rayquaza. Like, in this, it's just, the problem isn't just that like it's its own engine, it's difficult to deal with, it's cheap, it's in the best colors, it's permanent, it's just like this card is such a mistake. It's such an incredible mistake. Nadu Winged Wisdom's quite good. I think you could make an argument that the second best card is Tameo. But like, it's hard to argue with a Magic card that is pointed for what it does to creature what it does when it's working at its best in a creature combo deck, but also because it's just so free and so good, you just pop it wherever. No, the best card you're not playing is Kozilek's Command. And this is one I've been talking about to local players, where like it is so hard to get to cast this card in Canlander. But yeah, legacy players, modern players, they know what's up. But like playing, if you can find a way to play this card in Highlander, it feels like cheating. Like this is that's why it's the best card you're not playing, because it's difficult for people to figure out a configuration or an archetype that works for them where they have access to this. I've been tinkering around with a version of Mono White that plays this. I've been looking at a version of, this sounds so funny because it's the color that is most associated with having a bunch of that mana, Mono Black with this card. Which I think that's like literally an archetype in Modern, right? It's like the Mono Black Saga deck that also just like it's Mono Black splashing colorless. Just so funny. Yeah, and playing this card in that Eldrazi deck that I was championing, it's so fucked. It's so good. Holy. Yeah, it just does everything. MH3 Commander. Is it M3C? Yeah. What are we looking at, folks? I'll give you a hint. There's Barrogoyf and there's Pyrogoyf. Vote now with your phones for which one. There's also Talon Gates. Talon Gates is quite good, but it's not as good as Barrogoyf or Pyrogoyf. And in fact, it's Barrogoyf. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. It's Barrogoyf. I don't want you to embarrass yourself, chat. I don't want you to embarrass yourself, but it is Barrogoyf. It is Barrogoyf. It's Barrogoyf. Like, let's be real. If you've been playing Canlander as long as I have, well, that's not true. That's like impossible. But if you've been, let's say you've been playing Canlander for 10 years, right? Let's say you've been playing this format for 10 years. A good amount of time. Enough time to remember what this format looked like at its peak. And I say peak because that's when I was still winning events. And when I just would not lose and could not lose. One of the issues with the format at the time, an issue is a strong word, but like one of the downsides of playing black in your control decks and why Jeskai was so good and why Jeskai was better than Grixis. It's a different reason from what it is now, but still very much the same in a way. And it's that you wanted to play the black over the white because you just didn't lose to red when you added white cards. You're like, the black creatures were not good at saving you life outside of kill your thing in response. And as you know, you don't always have the removal spell, right? But like, that's changed. The black creatures are good now. Now, the texture of the format has changed further, where you want white because, well, not just swords and path, but also Teferi 3, Solitude, Ajani, Flage. Like, the white cards just give you shocking amounts of longevity. Aragorn, for instance. Yeah, you get an additional mana leak and no more lies. Like, it's just, that's why we play white, right? The best card you're not playing is Mutated Cultist. So I've lived the dream with this card. 2 and a black for a 1/3 Eldrazi Horror with the Void. Death Touch. And when you cast this spell, you remove all counters from up to 1 target permanent or opponent. The next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast for each counter removed this way. Please to let people know that this card with Dark Depths is a real deal thing you can do. It's legitimately fun and worthwhile. Not to mention uncounterable kill your Comet, uncounterable kill your Oko, your Grist, eat away your energy for your Guide of Souls. Like, I played this in black-green Eldrazi, or black-green lands mid-range, and just like, I got to live the dream of remove all my counters from my Dark Depths and kill you. That was very fun. Like, I had actually the sickest turn I had was Mutated Cultist, my own Dark Depths, use that mana and the fact that now there's a land in my graveyard to cast Emrakul the Promise, or not the Emrakul, the Promised End, and take control of your turn and use your resources so my Dark Depths doesn't die and kill you. But the fact that it is uncounterable kill your Planeswalker, the uncounterable shrink your Lelia, shrink your Intied creature, while providing a Death Toucher, that's a big thing too. Like, this card has more play against the fair creature decks than you'd expect. It's not just a meme. I thought it would just be a meme. I thought it would be like very Serge Jaeger coded, but actually it just plays super well. Lazotep Quarry and Talon Gates are also up there. But people play Talon Gates. You should just be playing Talon Gates more often. And then Lazotep Quarry occasionally sees play, but like mostly as like oh look, that's kind of neat. No, this card rips. Playing this card in typically monocolored or 2-color aggressive creature decks or creature strategies, right? Like medium red, mono white Death and Taxes, mono black. This card showed up in like mono black Reanimator. I think Jason had it. I don't know if he had it in his most recent list, but in one of his other lists he had it. Like, yeah, card's legit. Also, Eldrazi Confluence, great in that Eldrazi deck that I mentioned. Eldritch Immunity, pretty powerful card in that deck as well, and in mono white. There's some game in here, but obviously you just want to look at Bloodbraid Challenger, great other card, but people play this card. Yeah, this MH3 Commander, shocking no one, is pretty good. There's no way the set code for this is ass, right? Oh my god, it is. Oh, it's ACR, but Mulder. I think Mulder needs food. What's the best card from Assassin's Creed, folks? What's the best Assassin's Creed card? I've got to feed my cat. Oh! Ow! Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? Abstergo Entertainment sees play in some of the Academy decks. Asim Ibomishak in some of the Academy mid-range, triple mocks, game objects kind of decks. Big fan of that card. Crystal Skull sees play in the artifact combo decks. Quite good. Loyal Inventor shows up in Citadel Storm occasionally, although I think it's mostly outmodded at this point. Phantom Blade has shown up in some of the Black and White Death and Taxes deck, although I think it's mostly being replaced by Meteor Blade. This one's a little more castable. Excuse me. People are talking about Smoke Bomb. I don't know why. This card is not good. It's 3 mana. Tax Collector sees play in mono white humans occasionally. Oh, that's it. This set sucks. What's up? Abstergo Entertainment? Crystal Skull? That sounds about right. What is it? The Crystal Skull of Isu? The Crystal Skull. Crystal Skull Isu Spellglass. What a very weird collab. I put Battlefield Improvisation as the best card you're not playing. 2 mana instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until on a turn. If that creature is attacking, you can attach any number of equipment you control to it. This card does occasionally show up in Hammer Time stuff. Yeah, this card has pedigree. Like, it legitimately has tournament play. All right, we have 40 minutes to try and finish all of these before I have to go, work. Bloomborough. It's not, is it BLM? It's not BBL, is it? I went to Bloomborough to get a BBL and they just put a tail on my ass. Okay, tournament appearing cards from Bloomborough. Corsication Mage pops up in some versions of Mono Red. I've seen versions of Blink play Dowerport Mage. Card's not bad. Honestly, I should probably play it in my version of Blink. Emberheart Challenger. Fucked up magic card. There's so much text on this card. Flame Cash Gecko occasionally shows up in Mono Red. Hired Claw shows up in Mono Red. You're going to be hearing that a lot, by the way. Into the Flood Maw does something that no other card should. Keen-Eyed Curator, really good graveyard hate piece. And just like a good magic card. Lumra, there are some combos with Lumra in the lands deck, but obviously quite narrow. Mockingbird copying Brightglass Gear Hulk, Mockingbird copying Ocelot Pride, Guide of Souls, Strinkamage, whatever. Paw Patch Recruit in the Green X decks, aggressive decks, and the Gruul. Pawn Prophet draws a card. Wow. I'm going to level with you, chat. It's Into the Flood Maw. And it's not close. I think I skipped Hardfire Hero. I don't know if I did, but Hardfire Hero is also messed up. Sunspine Links, quite good. Thundertrap Trainer, quite good, but niche play. Mockingbird. I think Into the Flood Maw into Mockingbird is the actual call. I like that this has changed because now, instead of you just telling me, I also just have to remember, and sometimes it's like, yeah, I don't know. But it's Mockingbird. Yeah, Into the Flood mod. Does it just 1 mana invalidate whatever's in play? Messed up. And I have Valley Floodcaller as the best card you're not playing. Mostly because I think that the Valley Floodcaller combo is legit. And would like to see it played in would like to see it played more in Canlander. I mean, we've seen this show up in like this card shows up in CDH a lot. Obviously, different kind of texture to the gameplay, but you know, I wanna do the Retraction Helix combo with this card. Bloomborough Commander. There's no way this is BBC, right? BLC. Bloomborough Commander. Oh, it's Hazel's Brewmaster or the Jorked Rabbit. All right, team. Is it the Brewmaster or the Jorked Rabbit? Looks like the folks want to jack off that rabbit. That's... I mean, I didn't actually mean to say that, but you know, not in like a, oh, I can't believe I can't believe I said that. Jorked Rabbit. The best card you're not playing is Agate Instigator. 2 mana, 1/3 Lizard Rogue that's Impact Tremors that has Offspring for 1 in a red. I think this card is kind of underplayed in the token strategy. Like, this does represent a shitload of damage if it's not dealt with. And it's damage that you can deal without attacking, which is pretty relevant in some cases with the tokens deck, even though you want to be attacking. And then just if you have extra mana, like, you know, this is a 4-drop, and typically this is played in a deck where you're on like triple Mox or double Mox, Soul Ring or Ancient Tomb or whatever. Yeah. Am I excited for the Collector Booster draft? Yeah, I'd love to own cards from this Lorwyn set. Hey everybody, it's Duskmorn, House of Horrors. Hey everybody, it's Abhorrent-Oculus. So we know that the Occuway is number 1. Sure. What do you think number 2 is? Like, there's no way it's not the Occuway. I gotta never forget the beverage. What do we got? Chainsaw? Occasionally shows up as a removal spell. It's not Chainsaw. Demonic Council? This is just Demonic Tutor. They printed a new Demonic Tutor. That's pretty good. Enduring Curiosity is pretty interesting. Shows up. Screaming Nemesis. Fear of Missing Out. This set has some bangers. Flood Pit Drowners. Ghost Vacuum. Walk-in Closet. The Verges see play, but mana producing lands don't rank too highly in this. Kaido. Reasonable magic card. Overlord the Balemerc, pretty good. Shelter by Ghost, pretty good. Razorkin Needlehead. There's some good cards in the set. Shame about the aesthetic. Shame about half the aesthetic. Undead Slasher, Untimely Malfunction, Valgavoth. I have a card in mind. I have 2 cards in mind, actually. I'm willing to put it to a vote. Actually, I have 3. Oh, I said Screamer. I think it is realistically Screaming Nemesis. That card is just so good. There's not really a card that does exactly what it does at the rate in which it does it. So Screaming Nemesis is pretty incredible. Ghost Vacuum is just so good at what it does. It's really hard to give like the best card to Graveyard Hate though, because like, let's say I snap my fingers and Ghost Vacuum doesn't exist. You've got Soul Guide Lantern You got Dino DNA, you got Tormod's Crypt or whatever, and License Hearst. Like you got options. If Oculus didn't exist, that just changes how you play against Jeskai and these blue decks. If Screamer doesn't exist, I think it's Screaming Nemesis, and chat looks to be on the same page as me. Like Screamer doesn't exist. This also just changes how those decks play and how you play against those decks. I have Overlord of the Mistmoors as my best card you're not playing here. I have been so impressed by this card in Cube. Maybe it's because when I look at this card, I'm like, wow, this card sucks. Like, why would I play this? It's not worth playing. No, the Demonic Tutor's in this set. I think I put that at 3. I think it's pretty close to Screaming Nemesis. But if that tutor doesn't exist, I'm still just going to be doing Storm things. That's the replacement factor, sorry, what is it? Value of replacement. Like is Demonic Council that good? It is so easy to hit Delirium in a deck that is regularly holding priority with a sorcery and cracking an artifact that either discards their hand or puts a card type in the graveyard, right? When you think of 4 card types and hitting Delirium, instant, sorcery, creature, land. This is a deck that puts lands, instants, and sorceries in the yard pretty frequently. And you're also just the deck that puts the artifacts in your graveyard when you're casting the spell. Council's very good. What is the D column for? Nuts. No, we have the set, the card, the best card in the set voted by chat or me occasionally if I feel like they're going off the rails. The runner-up, the card that I pick as the best card in the set, and then the best card that you are not playing from the set. Yeah, Overlord of the Mistmoors. I've been very impressed by this card in Cube, and when I played it in Canlander in that like big white tokens deck, and in green white tokens, I was very impressed. Very impressed, which is so weird. But it's like one of those cards where like, yeah, 2 flyers that like attack for 4, that kills people. That will just kill people. I'm going to make it publicly available after the stream. Yes, don't worry. You can review it. And then if they, if they play the game long enough, they might just die. Is it DKC, Donkey Kong Country? I want to freeze the first row to keep the headers. No, I'm good. I think you're overvaluing how much I care. Efficiency is the enemy of streaming. Just so you know. Just so you know. Because what happened there is I had somebody show up in chat who is, they've been following for a while, but not to blow up their spot, doesn't chat a lot. But there, I had an interaction with them and I got to explain it for everybody. And there are a lot of people that listen to streams as opposed to watching streams. So while freezing that row to have the header be visible is probably good for, the visual, that's just not how people engage. Also not beneficial to how you stream and engage with an audience. Not to mention, the longer I go, the more money I get. So anytime I draw stuff out, it is beneficial to Wheeler. Here's Duskmourn Commander that has Metamorphosis Fanatic. Just letting you know how the sausage gets made. I don't know what the second best card is from this set. There's some pretty bad cards in here. Actually, I think I know what the second best card is, and I am not a huge fan. Okay. What shows up? Formless Genesis I've seen in the... Oh, yeah, it's Ursine Monstrosities in this set. What am I talking about? I was going to say Winter shows up occasionally. I've seen Star Athlete. I've seen the Gleeful Arsonist and Friends. Yeah, it's Metamorphosis Fanatic. And the best card you're not playing is, in fact, Ursine Monstrosity. Even though this card shows up. This card just kills people dead. Secret Lair Drop Series Marvel Super Drop. Oh, this is the Wolverine, right? Secret Lair Drop Series Marvel Super Drop. Okay. I don't care. Is there not a way to get all of them? Okay, hold on. This is Black Panther. 2 mana, 2/2 first striker. Whenever it or another creature enters, you put a 1/1 counter on a target land you control, and you can pay 3 generic to move all lands. All 1/1 counters from target land you control onto a target creature. If one or more counters are moved this way, you gain that much life and draw a card. Honestly, not the worst card, especially with Earthbending is kind of funny. But yeah, it's not the best one. Storm. 4 mana, 3/4 Flying Vigilance. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, the next instant or sorcery you cast this turn has Storm. That's kind of funny, but it's a 4 mana, 3/4 without an ETB. It gets Caracas. Wolverine. 3 mana, 2/2. Double all damage it would deal. At the beginning of each end step, if Wolverine dealt damage to another creature this turn, you put a counter on him and has pay 2 regenerate Wolverine. Gets shocked pretty easily. Captain America, red, white, and blue for a 4/4. Pay 3 generic. Untouched an equipment from Captain America. Deals damage equal to that equipment's mana value. Divided as you choose among 3 targets. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach up to 1 equipment you control to Captain America. This is the runner-up. This card is legit. I have ran into it. I had to read it. I didn't know what the fuck it was, and then it killed me. This got discarded to an Inti and then brought back with pre-war formal wear, and I died. I died to this card. It is... This is obviously hyperbole. This card has some play patterns that made me feel like I was against some kind of fucked up broadside bombardier. Like, I'm not kidding. This card got into play and it just kept like a fucking what is it? The Cryptic Coat got onto it. And then I'd get smashed, and then the coat would get moved off, and it would kill my creatures, or just go to the dome, and yeah, not so bad. Captain America, First Avenger. I assume there's a comma here. Very weird card. Very weird card. But the best card is another one that I didn't think was playable on first glance, but it's Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. 3 blue and a red for a 4/4 legendary artifact creature with flying and haste. Whenever Iron Man attacks, you make a treasure token and then can sack a non-creature artifact. And if you do, you birthing pod it for an artifact. So I should have just said, you search your library for an artifact, put into play mana value equal to that one plus 1. Yeah, this card's really annoying. Like... I've seen this card in action, show up, attack, make a treasure, sack that treasure, put Dusk Rose Reliquary or Portable Hole into play. I've seen it trade Chromatic Stars and Spheres into like Legion Extruders. The funniest thing I saw was... I wouldn't say this is the correct inclusion, but I saw somebody play this card, make a treasure, attack... sacrifice a Chaos Defiler, killed an opponent's blocker, tutored up Embercleave and put it onto the Iron Man, and then just dealt them 10. Like, like they, you know, should they have maybe been playing like what's it called? Kappa Cannoneer? I think they were, but like, you know, that should just be your 6 if you're playing a 6. Finding the One Ring's pretty cool. This card's just... I hate how reasonable it is. And how, like... quickly it can kill people. Because I did not want to play these cards in Canlander, but I have played this card in Canlander. Oh, they cheated then. Well, that's pretty good then. Point still stands. Iron Man, Titan of Innovation. It was a fun game, I think, because it was the backup deck to the Flash Hulk they were playing. But okay, Foundations, interesting set because it's kind of dookie. What do we got? What do we got? Foundations. Bolt Wave is Lightning Bolt. That's not exciting. This set is a lot worse than you expect it to be. You get to see that vampire again. Hey, if anybody has a copy of Bloodthirsty Conqueror that they want to trade me, please let me know. I've got cards. There's just a shockingly low amount of playable cards in this product. I mean, Helpful Hunter's a 2-mana 1/1 draws a card. Infestation Sage, 1-mana 1/1 replaces itself. Kellen's a reasonable red 1-drop. Kiora has seen play. Loot has seen play. Mossborn Hydra has seen play. But like none of these are like, oh yeah. Oh, never mind. It's Sear Slicer Goblin. Yeah. There's a goblin. There's a 2-mana playable goblin in here. Yeah, it's Sear Slicer Goblin. It's like Sear Slicer Goblin and then Vengeful Blood Witch, probably. All right. Because of these new cards, I'm just playing against myself. And also, we don't have that much time. Drake Hatcher's the best card you're not playing. I'm convinced this card is good in Canlander. I haven't played it that much. I played against it, and it was annoying. I'm just convinced this card is good. Yeah, Sire 7 Death shows up in the Eldrazi decks. It's pretty good. But yeah, actually that's better. I'm tired of giving clout to what's it called? Aristocrats. Couldn't remember what the archetype was called. Foundation's Jumpstart. I'll give you a hint. It's Cub. it's the $60 mythic that sees play in Legacy. Oh, it's only $40. Good for you. The second best card is likely Avora. Although General Crete's pretty good. But yeah, it's Avora. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Avora Insatiable Air. Quite a good Magic card. I've only got 25 minutes left. We got to get through it. And I put the best card you're not playing as Erdnan Dramoka Warrior. 2-mana 1/1 human that puts a 1/1 counter on target creature. Whenever you attack target creature with a 1/1 counter, gets first strike. And if they have 2 or more counters, it gets double strike instead. This is just a 2-mana 1/1 that grows a thing that also just, you know, makes them attack with double strike. Wriggling Grub's a good Magic card, but people play it. There's a lot of cards in here that are pretty good that people still play. Get this Marvel out of here. Aether Drift. This is so funny because I feel like there's one standout card and I just cannot remember what it is. I mean, the Virgin. Oh, it's Brightglass Gear Hulk, right? Yeah, there's Brightglass Gear Hulk. Okay, so the first card I'm talking about is an ETB. Oh no, there's Stock Up. Stock Up's in this stat. It's Stock Up. It's Stock Up. It's Stock Up and then Brightglass Gear Hulk. Yeah, Brightglass, Stock Up, Stock Up, Stock Up. Gear Hulk's great. It's so powerful. It's quite good. It shows up in pretty good decks that are not tier 1, but like tier 1.5 or tier 2. So and it does show up in whatchamacallit. Time Vault. It shows up in Time Vault decks. Certain versions of Time Vault. But Stock Up also shows up in Time Vault decks and Jeskai decks and blue decks, blue X combo decks. Bastronaut does see play in Goblins. But like this set kind of stinks. Outside of some of the top cards. There's some non-stock up, non-bright glass cards that see play. For instance, the best card you're not playing, Perilous Snare. This card is quite good. 3 mana artifact, ETB, exile target non-land permanent, opponent controls until it leaves play, and has when you hit max speed, tap, put a counter on a creature. Yeah, this card is shockingly good. It just, the fact that it's an artifact, and that it's a 3 mana card also pretty reasonable. Like it just deals with any non-land permanent, happens to be easy to tutor up, happens to fit no matter what version, like no matter what game plan you have basically for your artifact deck, it lines up really nicely. And also just like, I think with these artifacts that have powerful ETBs, you got to understand, they're really good with copy artifacts. So actual factual copy artifact for Phyrexian Metamorph, Sculpting Steel, Mirror Maid, whatever, like synth Infiltrator. Just like you get one down and then you can now just have multiples and you can keep, you know, playing out your artifact O-rings. Aether Drift Commander, no clue. Is it DFC? DTC? Oh, it's DFC. Aether Drift Commander. Like none of these see play. Oh, Stride Hanger Automaton sees play. Stride Hanger Automaton. Yeah, that set has the Marauding Mako. I don't know what your second best card is. Probably the Aether Hood. Adaptive Omni Tool. Adaptive Omni Tool is pretty good, but it's probably, I don't know. People don't really play these cards. Adaptive Omni Tool. It does occasionally see play. Stride Hanger Automaton. Adaptive Omni Tool. Yeah, that's kind of par for the course. Yeah. It sees a little bit of play, but it's more of the card that people just don't remember. Like, they just don't know it exists. Hey, it's Tarkir Dragonstorm. You'll never guess what the best card from Tarkir Dragonstorm is. There's actually a couple of options. Actually, you know what? I bet you're going to get it wrong, chat. Go ahead. What do you think the best card is from Tarkir Dragonstorm? Stormscale. Cutter or Voice of Victory? Gotta be Voice of Victory. Voice of Victory. All right. Chat's smart. Voice. That's right. It's Voice of Victory. What? Oh, no, it's Mistrise Village. Right. No, that's not right. It should be Voice of Victory. The second best is Mistrise Village. I wasn't trying to gotcha. I just genuinely, it's Voice of Victory. I've been playing with this card more, been playing against it more. It's so good. It is so, it sees play in the fair decks, sees play in the combo decks. Like, it's just such a pisser. I don't know what I was sawing. Mistrise Village is also quite disgusting. Like, Mistrise Village. Quarry Steelcutter is a good Magic card. It's not as cracked in our format as it is in other formats. Quarry Steelcutter suffers from being a card that is good when you have one copy of it and excellent when you have multiple copies of it. Damn near problematic. Aurora Procession is quite nice. No, the best card you're not playing is Scavenger Regent. Scavenger Regent. Yeah, this card kills people. The 4-mana 4/4 flying ward discard a card that has each non-dragon creature gets -X/-X. Really good at clearing the board. 4 mana for a 4/4 flyer with a ward discard a card is like legit annoying. Perfectly reasonable Black X mid-range card. Great when you're on like Mox Ring or like Mox Vamp. And also just great if you don't want to play Toxic Deluge or Fire Covenant. Yeah, pretty good. TDC? TDC. Target Dragonstorm Commander. I've got to imagine. There's something in here. Colossal Grave Reaver's pretty good when you reanimate. Oh, I think I know what it is. Yeah, I think I know what it is. It's Will of the Mardu. Yeah, it's Will of the Mardu. This card is not okay in the token stacks. 3-mana instant, choose one. It's so funny because it says the word commander on it and just doesn't matter. You just picking one is good enough. Create a number of 1/1 red warrior creature tokens, equal number of creatures target player controls. And then Will of the Mardu deals damage to target creature equal number of creatures you control. So this actually just has a ton of play application. Obviously, if you have creatures, you could just kill something. 3-mana kill something is nice. If you have creatures, you can also just be like, I want to double all those creatures. At instant speed. If your opponent has creatures, you can make a bunch of creatures and then block. Usually, like, you catch them on attacks. You make a bunch of creatures and then throw them all in front of something and trade, profitably. Or it could just act as like a fog. Card's real good. Real good. The backup is probably just this Colossal Grave Reaver too. There's a chance that these are swapped here. No, I got Will of the Mardu. Redoubled Stormsinger. Yeah, this card's kind of funny. Because people like playing with this card, but that's because it's win more. But redoubled, where the fuck is this? This thing. The 3-mana 3/3 first striker, when it attacks for each creature token you control that entered this turn, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of that token. Real annoying. It's just, it dies to bolt, but everything does now. That's no longer a great excuse, I've found. Just like, of course it dies. Everything dies. You play your creatures to die. But you now play your creatures with the idea that your opponent, if they don't deal with them, they die. And this is like such a great example of that. Yeah, like if they don't kill this, they're dying. Like they are going to start to lose the game. Even if it's just a first striking creature that's red, like that's tough to deal with. It's quite nice, quite nasty even. All right. We can do this. I gotta finish soon. Final Fantasy. What's the best card from Final Fantasy? Best card from Final Fantasy. Astrologian's Planisphere? Vivi Ornithir? Is it Cloud Midgard Mercenary? It is Joshua. The best card is Joshua? Or the best card you're not playing? I think the best card in this set is Cloud. And then the best card you're not playing is I think Cloud is number 1, Vivi is number 2. Best card you're not playing could actually be Joshua. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. It's Starting Town. Best card in the set is Starting Town. And Cloud Midgar. Although let's stick with what chat said. Vivi or Ornithir? Cloud Midgard Mercenary. Starting Town is so fucking good. It's unbelievable. And Astrologian's Planisphere is the best card you're not playing because occasionally I see it, but like you should be playing this in decks that don't have red. Gay Dragon Twink King? What did I do? Final Fantasy Commander, folks. It's Final Fantasy Commander. I don't know. Is it Fick? They added new cards to this, which is so funny. Final Fantasy Commander, chat. I've been repeatedly lied to. Well, this card is just adding mana, but it's like doing something no other card can realistically do at such an incredible rate. We got Gao. We've got Gao. We've got Sabin Master Monk. We got Shalinda. And we've got Yuffie. Where is she? Is she on the next page? We got Yuffie. Yuffie or Gao, chat. Three people put Yuffie. Yuffie, Materia, Hunter. Warring Triad's pretty good, although the time of Warring Triad has kind of passed. Gao. I forget what I put. I think I had Gao. I think the correct call is Shalinda. I'm not kidding. Like Gao, Feral Youth. I think both Yuffie and Gao are not actually correct. I think this should be Shalinda. Gao and Yuffie have both dropped off in play rate. They both do things that the deck's already doing or doesn't need to play. Like, you don't need them. If you lose them, you don't feel bad. Shalinda, you can maybe say the same thing, but like, this card fucking kills people. This card kills people. And it's quite good in tokens. But I'll keep Gao. I'll stay honest. The best card you're not playing is Yojimbo. Hey, Jimbo! Go in the better decks? Yeah, but they've been cut from those decks. That's the thing. Yojimbo. I have not... Sorry, I've lost to this card from players that are not just Angel. This card's quite good. Pretty annoying. 4 mana 5/5. This thing just kills everything. Is Emmett Selk not a contender? God, no. No, that card sees 0 play. We have Secret Lair Sonic. Quick, what do you think the Sonic one is? It's Knuckles. Knuckles, the Echidna. And I think... Oh, no, I put Amy Rose. I mean, Knuckles is probably fine. No, shit. Knuckles, the Echidna. Amy Rose. Both these cards are bad, but Amy Rose at least does something unique. I mean, Knuckles does in a way too, but Amy Rose kills people. Edge of Eternities. Is it Quantum Riddler? Is it Ice Till Explorer? Because I think it's Quantum Riddler and then Ice Till Explorer. Oh shit, it's Tezzeret Cruel Captain. The second one. I think the Riddler is still better than Cruel Captain. Cruel Captain's quite good, don't get me wrong. And then Pinnacle Emissary. That's the when you cast an artifact, you make cheap artifacts. I haven't seen a ton of this card show up, but this card's, I mean, kind of messed up. Edge Commander. The best card is Baloth Prime. And then the second best card is... Fuck if I know. Probably the spacecraft, the Uthros, or research craft. Uthros research craft. It's realistically the only other card that I've seen show up in decks that are good. And then the best card you're not playing is the research craft, because I think people look at the crew or station or whatever and they get turned off. But like, no, it's so easy to turn it on, and then it's just off to the races and you're not losing the game. Then if you want to push through a board, you get up to 12. Not that tough with 2 constructs. The best Spider-Man card. What do you think it is, chat? Do you care? Guess what? It's Spider-Woman. Spider Woman Stunning Savior. Yeah, this card's really good. It's also blue for some reason. I think the second best card is Spider-Punk. And then the best card you're not playing, I put Hydro Man. I think you could also have the 4-mana blue-black Spider-Man. Hydro Man is great, though. I'd like to see more people play Hydro Man. The Eternal, it doesn't matter. There's Pumpkin Bombs. This card showed up in a niche Legacy deck. And then MJ Rising Star, which is just in a Johnny's Pride made at 3. Also, did you know that it shares a name with Jugan? Best card from Avatar. Quick! It's on. It's new. Guess. Hurry. I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. Aang, Swift Savior. Swift Savior. No. It's Wan Shi Tong. It's Wan Shi Tong. And then I think the second one is Aang, Swift Savior. I think you can make an argument for Badger Mole Cub. Swift Savior just shows up in better decks. Wan Shi Tong is fucked up. This card's so good. And then the best card you're not playing is the Legend of Roku. I've seen this card solo multiple players. It's like Showdown of the Scalds, except you get to keep using it if you have Caracas. And if they don't have Caracas, they lose the game. Avatar Eternal. The best card is Jet Rebel Leader. A card that... who knows what it does? 4-mana, 3/4. It's a human. When it attacks, you look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can put a creature with mana value 3 or less from among them into play tapped and attacking. It's like Winota, except it doesn't care. But I don't even think this card is worse Winota. I think this card is just different Winota. Yeah, being mono white is pretty huge, especially if you're playing it with white black or just, well, mono white. But this card has won multiple tournaments with different pilots, which is shocking to say the least. Which is why I have it here. But also Fire Nation Occupation. I don't even think that's true. I think it's probably... no, that Qatar is not that good. I don't know. The Wolf Cove Villager. No. Fire Nation. I'll put Fire Nation Occupation. Yeah, the black card's pretty good. PlayStation. Hey, did you know that there's a card? Quick, what's the young girl from Last of Us called? Quick, what's her name? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Ellie. Best card is Brickmaster. It's a 2-mana 2/1 human that whenever you attack an opponent, you get a tapped and attacking 1/1. That card's really good. The second best one is this other Ellie where you can pay 2 life, sack a creature to dome someone and make her indestructible. And wouldn't you know it, those are the 2 cards down here. Quick. Lorwyn Eclipsed. What's the best thing from Lorwyn Eclipsed? I gotta leave for Friday Night Paper Fight. It's the set just came out, you goons. And the best card you're not playing is Give It a Month. Come on. And then for Lorwyn Eclipse Commander, the second verse is the same as the first. Thank God we're fucking done. I need to go. I'm dropping you people off. This VOD will be online. Look at the YouTube. Give me money. There's going to be a supercut of all these so you can put this on when you fall asleep. Jesus Christ, this was a stupid idea. This is why I wasn't going to stream. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. Oh, fuck. Here, go to Chill Point and I'll see y'all Friday Night Paper Fight at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Lorwyn Eclipse Collector Booster Draft. Okay, bye. See you tomorrow. Angel and I are playing Highlander.